Hi, girls and men who are watching. This is my second video on YouTube. So, today I wanted to talk about the day of my conversion, because the last time I talked about why I made the choice that I wanted to convert myself to the Islam. But today I'm gonna tell you about the day of converting myself. So I just took a walk in the forest, which was really nice, and I was like, let me make a video here. I'm sitting with my favorite tree. I really like it. So yeah, let's start with the video about the day of my conversion. So, as I was telling you before, I went to the mosque, and then I was like, hey, can I convert myself to the Islam? So that girl gave me the number of the women imam, and then I was like, that's not possible, right? Because normally there are males, so I was confused. But I was like, okay, maybe there are women that are imam. But it was during Ramadan this year. So I think the mosque was really busy with all the people that came every time and arranging the things for Ramadan. So I waited patiently because the women imam was gonna text me. So I was waiting, patiently. But then it was like, it took a week, and then I still didn't receive any message. So I was like, oh wow, I want to do it as soon as possible before my mind is gonna make another decision, you know? Before my mind is like, no, it's too scary, you don't want to do this, are you sure? So I was in those mind loops. But because I really got the sign from God that I needed to convert myself, yeah, for me it was really important that I was gonna pursue that. So I wanted to do it as soon as possible to stop my mind, basically. And I mean, you never know when you're gonna die, so it's better to do it as soon as possible. So at some point I texted the women that sent my number to the women that was imam. So I texted her like, hey, I didn't hear from the imam yet, can you check up on her? So she texted the imam, and then within a few days I got a text message from the imam, so that was really nice. And then she was proposing to do it to meet on a Saturday. I'm like, okay, sure, let's do that. So the day got closer and closer and closer, and my fear was insane. Like, normally I am in the here and now most of the time, so I'm not busy with what is gonna be happening tomorrow, or what do I need to do tomorrow. But on a Friday I realized, oh wow, tomorrow is the big day. The day I feared like the most, because I mean, to me it was scary, because what can I expect? how is everybody gonna react. My family and friends, the people at work, everyone that knows me basically. And that are a lot of people if you think about it. So yeah, especially on the day itself, the Saturday. Oh wow, my belly was hurting so much, like it was insane. I never experienced a belly pain like that. It was really heavy, and I'm pretty sure it was only because I had so much fear in myself. Like, what am I gonna do? Is this the right decision? Crazy things. And yeah, basically that. Luckily, my sister went with me to the appointment with the women. But before we went to the mosque, we went to this other shop to buy some hijabs, to buy some long dresses, because I had some things but not a lot of things, so I needed to get a new wardrobe basically. So I got some clothes and I was asking them like, can I wear it starting from now? Because I wanted to show up in that dress and that hijab on that day. So that's what I did. And they were asking me, why do you want to wear it now? So I told them I'm gonna convert myself to the Islam. So they were really happy to hear that. Okay, then I was in my new identity walking from the city center to the car, and we were going to the mosque. At that moment, the fear was crazy high. I mean, I don't really care about what other people think of me in terms of the people I don't know. So I was walking in the city center, but I mean, I don't know these people, so I don't care what they think of me. But still, I had to get used to it, the way I was looking now. So yeah, as I was saying, a lot of fear, especially when we were driving to the mosque. I was like, oh wow. So at the point we entered the mosque, we were trying to ask for the lady because I didn't know how she looked. So some lady was like, there is she. So I waited for the prayer to end, and then I talked to her, and then she could see that I was so nervous. Oh wow, that was crazy. She could just see it. So before we went on with the conversion, she was asking me like, do you really want to convert today? I was like, yeah, I really want to. But I think she was thinking like, are you sure? You don't seem sure, you know? But that's the mind. The mind plays a lot of games to keep me in the same position, or the devil, how you want to name it. So yeah. So first we had a talk with her, and she told me they called her the women imam because she learned a lot of things about the Islam, so she has the knowledge. But normally there are no women imams. So I think they just gave her that name. But so during the talk, my sister was there, luckily to support me, so I didn't feel alone. I could ask my questions, which I didn't think about before, so it was basically just the things I could think of in that moment. But I think we talked for an hour or so. And then my sister also asked a question, because luckily she's also interested in the Islam. So in that part I don't feel alone, because she's there to support me in terms of my family. So that feels nice. And then we went on with converting myself. And then the fear started kicking in again. And the woman was just seeing it, you know. She was like, you came like this here, so nervous, so anxious, and now again. I was like, yeah, I can't help it. I don't know what is gonna happen, how I'm gonna feel, if I'm gonna regret this choice or not. You see? And especially I didn't know what to expect from the converting part itself, because I mean, do you feel like a new person afterwards? I didn't know at that time. So yeah, I went on with it. She was speaking the shahada, and then I was repeating her. My sister was watching, and she also made a movie of it, like a small video, which you can find on my Instagram if you want to check it out. So we were in that beautiful mosque. Oh wow. So I was speaking out the shahada, and then suddenly I became a Muslim woman. So I mean, I was happy, especially because the women's that were there, they were all they were saying, congratulations, and they told me that I have a blank page, so all my sins are gone, which made me really happy as well. They were saying, keep it this way, don't make too much sins, just keep it on a low, because you have a blank page, don't ruin the blank page. So yeah, they were really interested in me, and they were also happy that I converted myself. And then at that point they also wanted to convince my sister to do the shahada, but she was like, yeah, maybe in the future, but I'm not ready yet. So that was it. And after we finished the shahada, I was feeling really happy, because I don't know, I was just happy. I cannot explain really why. So at that point I was like, I needed to think, like, am I gonna wear the hijab instantly, or am I gonna wait for a period and then put it on, or I'm not gonna wear a hijab after all, because a lot of women don't wear hijabs nowadays. But because I had the experience with a hijab that I put on for a week, I mean, in that period I really felt a sense of calmness. I didn't know why. I think it was just because I put on the hijab. So I really felt calm, which was really nice. So I was like, I don't have negative things with it for now. So why not do everything at once? So from that day, I was wearing a hijab instantly. And I didn't regret it that I did it immediately. I will tell you about about my experiences from how my family reacted, my friends, the people at work, etc. on my conversion. And especially about the way I look now. So yeah, that's another video for another week. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.